The Herman Cain train picking up new speed on the campaign trail. A new CBS New York Times poll shows Herman Cain leading Mitt Romney with 25% of the vote. Mitt Romney trailing at 21%, although that's in the margin of error, which is 4%. Gingrich is a distant third at 10%, and Perry, as I mentioned earlier, down at 6%. Just a couple of weeks ago, Romney and Herman Cain were tied for first. Cain, of course, now ahead of him. And a couple of weeks before that, Cain was at the bottom of the polls. Now, Mr. Cain is attracting attention with his latest contribution in online advertising. Watch this.
We need you to get involved because together we can do this. We can take this country back.
I am America. One voice, united we stand. I am America.
Joining me now, the man behind that ad, in that ad, Mark Block, Herman Cain's chief of staff. Mark, thank you so much for being here. Looking at the response to this ad online, you know, people are dizzified. They're calling it brilliant. They're calling it strange. There's a piece in The Atlantic that says it's amazing to me, given the momentum Cain has, that he seems so unserious about securing the nomination. And people don't know what to make of your latest contribution. What was the message behind this?
Megan, thanks first of all for having me on. The message behind the ad was to our supporters that we're on a roll, we're excited about what's happening. There was no subliminal message. In fact, I personally would encourage people not to smoke. It's just that I'm a smoker, and as a lot of the people on the staff said, just let Block be Block. That's what it was all about. To tell people that the Cain message is resonating across America, whether it's 999 or whether it's the new opportunity zones rolled out in Detroit last week. The campaign's on a roll, and the momentum's with us, and we want people to get involved.
Were you trying to appeal to, you know, folks who are out there, you know, living real lives, you know, working the farm, working in Detroit, you know, that kind of thing, as opposed to the East and West Coast elite, people in media circles who shun smoking and, you know, sort of real American things?
Well, I tell you, you walk into a veterans bar in Iowa, and they're sitting around smoking, and you know, we are resonating with them. And I'm not the only one that smokes in America, for God's sake. It's a choice that I've made, and it was at the end of the ad. But the real message that we're trying to get through was the Cain train is on a roll. And we encourage people to go to HermanCain.com, get involved, help us take this country back. I think the Cain message is resonating with Main Street America, and it's obvious by the poll results.
It is resonating. I think you're right, and the poll results speak to that. But the question that we keep bumping into is, where's his organization? You know, they're saying that in key early states like, well, there goes my mic pack, like New Hampshire, Florida, and South Carolina, that the folks on the ground don't even know who's responsible for his campaign efforts. The GOP operatives don't even know who to contact if they want to help the Cain train. What do you make of that?
Megan, first of all, it's a people's campaign. This has grown organically from the ground up. We have operations in Iowa. We have offices and staff in Iowa, New Hampshire, South Carolina. We just opened up Florida. We're going to be opening up Michigan, Arizona, and the other key states. So obviously, people have not went to our website, HermanCain.com, to see where we're located. It's very easy to get involved with our campaign. Either call our national office in Atlanta or just go to our website.
I know that you describe Herman Cain as a candidate America has never seen. What does that mean?
It means that he is not a typical politician. He tells you the way he sees it. He has answers, not just complaining about the problems, solutions, and has bold plans like you saw in 999 and the opportunity zones roll out in Detroit. You're going to see a lot more of this, of Herman Cain, in the next 2 months.
Mark, how do you feel now that you're shooting to superstardom yourself? You know, there you were just as chief of staff, and now you're an international celebrity.
It's interesting. It goes to show that 4 years ago, before the citizens movement or the Tea Party movement or the power of the internet, that a gentleman like Herman Cain could be at the top leading in the pollings. It just shows what only in America can this happen.
Mark, it's a pleasure meeting you and talking to you. Thanks so much for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
All the best.